Hey everyone, so I'm filming a little vlogging thing because I'm about to get my braces off today, and I wanted to kind of talk about why I chose to get them and all of that jazz. But I'm about to go in now, and as you can see, they are my teeth look good, but I think they'll look even better. What's the like gender reveal equivalent of like showing your braces off? Alright, I'm just going to show you. Yay! They're off, the braces are gone, and honestly, I could not be happier. I'm so happy with how it turned out, first and foremost, and I feel like my smile is a big part of my personality. It's a big part of how I feel good about myself, and investing, I guess, such a large amount of money into something that I guess you could say is superficial or cosmetic. Some people were like, oh, that's, you know, that's a lot of money to spend on something, but let's get into it, shall we? So first of all, if you're unaware, I've had braces on for the vast majority of my YouTube journey, I guess, and I think I got them in June 2020. I'm pretty sure it was either the end of May or June 2020, because I was supposed to get them in March, but because of the COVID lockdown and everything like that, it wasn't classified as essential, so I had to wait. But when I first started my YouTube channel, I did film a few videos with no braces, and I remember when I first got my braces put on, people were like, why would you bother getting them? Like, your teeth were fine. You know, like they were straight, blah, 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 blah. And basically, the main reason I got braces put on was to prevent my front teeth from turning. And what had happened was maybe 6 months before that, so at the end of 2019, I noticed that when I was talking and I would say certain words, I would whistle like, you know, like that. And I was like, that's so weird. I've never done that before. And I didn't really know why. I didn't think too much of it. But then when I went to go for like a general dental cleanup, my orthodontist or dentist was like, oh, your two front teeth, they used to be like this, but now they're going like this. And I was like, oh, that's weird. Like, my teeth have always kind of been the same. Like, I've never had much movement, and they were never, you know, vastly crooked. They were kind of just, you know, good. And my dentist said, let's just measure it to see how quickly it moves, or if it stops moving or whatever. So she did a measurement. I don't even know how they do the measurement, some weird dentist thing. And then when I went back in just before the lockdowns and everything, it must have been maybe February, and she was like, oh, your front teeth have actually moved quite a lot. Like, your teeth are very quick at moving, and it looks like your two front teeth are going to get to the point where one of them will just go like this, and then obviously they'll be quite crooked. And I was like, no, I do not agree to this. So I started talking with my dentist about all the different types of options. Like, she suggested you can get a retainer made up that will just keep your teeth the same way they are. So they may not be 100% perfect, but it'll stop them from getting worse. We also talked about just getting like braces just on my top row of teeth. And we also talked about Invisalign. Once I started going through all the options and you do the scan of your teeth and everything, you notice that, of course, your teeth are not 100% symmetrical and perfect and whatnot. Like, they're crooked, or they're a little bit off, or they're tucked under, or whatever. You start to see all these different things. And ultimately, I wasn't too fussed on all the little things, but I could not have my two front teeth become crooked. And ultimately, if I did leave it and my teeth got crooked, my other teeth behind that would start pushing forward, and it would get worse. And then eventually my other teeth would become visibly crooked as well. My bottom row, I did, like, these two teeth here did overlap a little bit, but I wasn't too fussed because my top row of teeth are so, you know, larger than life that I wasn't too fussed. But I thought, if I'm going to, you know, go through the process of getting braces, I may as well do both. So in my mind, I was like, I'm going to do both. I'm going to get them all perfect and just bite the bullet. I looked into Invisalign, but Invisalign is not a one-size-fits-all for people wanting to get orthodontic treatment, because Invisalign isn't as good as braces. And by that, I mean it can't do everything that traditional braces and wires can do. So Invisalign, and this is coming from what my orthodontist has told me, and this is obviously like no criticism to people who've gotten Invisalign. If it suits the treatment that you need, then it suits it. But for what I wanted, it didn't suit it, because I noticed that I did have a bit of an overbite, or an overjet as they call it in the dentist world, and I thought if I can get that pushback whilst I'm getting my teeth straightened, perfect. More the merrier sort of thing. But with Invisalign, they couldn't push my teeth back. All it could do was align my teeth and straighten them, and maybe push them back maybe like 10%. And to me, to get Invisalign, it's double the cost of traditional braces. I'd have to have them on double the amount of time. And I just know that I didn't have the willpower to put them on all the time, because obviously with Invisalign, they're like a retainer, a clear retainer that you can put on and off whenever you feel like it, but you've got to have them on for such a, like 18 hours a day or something. And I know that I would get over it. I would take them out for the day and be like, not wearing these braces today. And I know I do not have the willpower. So I was like, I'm going to pay half the amount for traditional braces. I'm going to have them on for half the amount of time, and I'm stuck with them on. Like, there's nothing I can do. So I was like, boom, doing that. Now, the total cost for having my braces on for the 18 months was 6,150 Australian dollars. And that is a lot of money. It is a huge amount of money, especially to spend on something that is, ultimately, it's cosmetic, right? And to put that in US dollars, it's about 4,400 or 4,300. And I know this because I was chatting with another YouTuber on Instagram, Jane Church. Hey, Jane. And she was letting me know that her daughter still has her braces on, and she can't wait till her daughter gets them off. And we were talking about the price, and I just, out of curiosity, wanted to know if it was more there or less there. I just assumed it would be less in America, but Jane said that it's about, like, once you do the conversion, it would be about 7,000 Australian dollars. So I guess it's very relative. But I have private health insurance, and my private health insurer covered in 2020, they covered $700, and then in this year, 2021, they covered $850. I'm not sure why I got $150 more this year, but I'm not asking any questions. I was just happy to go. When I speak to people about this, they think that that is such a large amount of money to spend on, something that is ultimately cosmetic, right? It is, my teeth were not, terrible. They were not affecting how I eat or anything like that, but ultimately, I knew that it would bother me, it would affect my confidence, it would affect my self-esteem, and it would affect how I chose to communicate. I guess I wouldn't be as expressive because I couldn't show my mouth. So to me, when you put that cost value on things that are tangible, it really, you can't always put a price on it. And yes, I could have bought half a Birkin or a Fendi mini peekaboo or whatever, all these luxurious things, but I chose to spend it on myself, and I look back at it and think no regrets, because the way it looks now, I'm so happy. And to me, it really has given me a big confidence boost. Even when I walked out of the dentist today, I just felt like amazing. I just felt so good about myself. Every mirror I walk past, I'm like, and I can't explain how great it made me feel. A lot of people ask me, is it painful having metal braces or ceramic braces? And the first 3 months was very painful because your mouth is not used to having something on top of your teeth rubbing against it 24/7. So every time you talk and eat, it is friction in your mouth, and on the inside of my lip here and down here, I had ulcers for like 3 months. It was horrible. It would bleed. If I talked too long, like if I talked for a long period of time in a row, it would start to bleed and the blood would come out of my mouth, and it was a hot mess. So yes, it did hurt. It didn't actually hurt having the braces on. Like if I just stayed stationary, didn't move my mouth, it wasn't in pain like that. It didn't hurt when I slept or anything like that, but just the constant talking and communicating and the friction, that was painful. Beauty knows no pain. and it was worth it. Now, when I see people with braces, that is a whole nother flex, because I'm like, you're wearing $6,000 worth of metal in your mouth that gets chucked away at the end of 2 years or 18 months. That, my friends, is the ultimate flex. So when you see people wearing braces, there's nothing nerdy about it. There is nothing, you know, unaesthetically pleasing about it. That is the ultimate flex, in my opinion. Also included in that price is my 2 retainers, which are like an Invisalign like mouthguard that I'm supposed to wear for 2 years every day and night to let my teeth settle and not move anymore. They also place a metal bar behind my bottom teeth, which helps reinforce the movement because your bottom teeth apparently are more likely to move than your top teeth because they're smaller, and the way the roots are or something, they move easier. But it's a bit gross, but I'll show you. So there's like a wire that sits behind these teeth, and it's glued on so they can't move, but apparently over time your teeth can still be stronger than the wire, so you have to wear a retainer as well. So I get the retainer in a few days, and I don't know how disciplined I'm going to be. I'm just gonna have to keep thinking, oh my God, $6,000, $6,000. So, but yeah. The invaluable confidence boost it has given me, and it's only been a day, is amazing. So yeah, if you have any questions or if you want to know anything else about it, pop it down in the questions or reach out to me on Instagram on my account, The Closet by Connor. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and you know, you're gonna see this smile. You're gonna see more of this smile. But anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time.